The Pea and the Princess by Minnie Gray. Many years ago, I was born in the palace allotment among rows of carrot and beetroot and cabbage. I nestled snugly in a velvety pod with my brothers and my sisters. I felt a tingle. I knew that somehow I would be important. The time came for us to go to the palace kitchen. We were shelled and put in a bowl. We were going to be a part of a new recipe. Then suddenly I was picked from the pile. I was put in a little box with soft tissue to protect me from bruising, and I was taken by the Queen. At this point in the story, I'm going to have to give you some background information. So let's start with the Queen. A year earlier, before I even grew on my pea plant, the Queen had been nagging her son. "You are nearly 34 years old, Prince," she said. "It really is high time you got married. The public expect it. Your kingdom demands it. And if you are not married within 1 year, I shall stop your pocket money." The Prince got quite a lot of pocket money, and he really didn't want it to be taken away. "I'll start looking for a bride immediately, Mother," he answered. The Prince travelled to a known world. He met princesses of all shapes and sizes, with a wide range of hobbies and interests. Some of them seemed really right somehow. Too sleepy, strange pets, too scary, too pink. After a year's search, the Prince returned home feeling glum. "Right, that's it!" shouted the Queen. She stormed off to the palace kitchen. She came back with me, in my little box. "Now," said the Queen, "listen carefully. This is something only queens know. A real princess will be able to feel this little pea as she sleeps, even if she is sleeping on top of 20 mattresses and feather beds. And you are going to marry the first girl who can feel this pea." Months passed. I spent most nights in the darkness under a pile of 20 mattresses and feather beds and a princess. In the morning, each princess would be asked, "And how did you sleep, my dear?" by the Queen. The princesses had been properly brought up. They always answered politely, "Like a log, ma'am, thank you," or "Like a baby, thank you, ma'am," and they all said, "What a comfortable bed." They were, as I said, all very polite princesses. The Prince will never find his princess at this rate, I thought to myself. I must help, somehow. One night, a furious storm raged. Rain lashed the palace. Thunderclaps shook the walls. Lightning flashed through the window pane. A small, wet person knocked on the palace door. "Oh, could this be the real princess?" gasped the Queen. Before she could say another word, the small wet person was put to bed on top of the 20 mattresses and feather beds, with me, of course, underneath the mattress. I recognised the soft snoring. I must help, I thought. I tried jiggling and wiggling. Their snoring carried on quietly. I must do something, I thought desperately. I inched my way to the edge, and then I started to climb. Slowly, I struggled to the top of the towering pile. I softly rolled across the pillow, right next to the girl's ear. "There is something large and round and very uncomfortable in the bed under you," I whispered. And while she slept, I told her about the large, round and comfortable thing for 3 whole hours. In the morning, the Queen asked the girl how she'd slept. "Oh, it was awful," she sighed. Something large and round and uncomfortable was bothering me all night. The wedding was very grand. The Queen was interested to meet the new princess's family. I'm sure they'll all live very happily together. And as for me, well, I became a very important artefact, and now I have my own glass case. I am on display, and if you visit the right museum and look in the right place, you may chance to see me.